Hello, it's little Brianne here. This is just a chat. So, how's things going this year for people? Let me know in the comments how your year's going, how your year is going so far. Because everything in life, I believe, and this is only from my own wording, it's not from anyone else, is based on time. And it's all a big cycle. You know, everything's linked. Everything is about numbers. So how much money we make, how many hours we work a week, how quickly we get to places, how many children we have, how much money we save. You know, everything is just numbers, 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 numbers. What time we go to bed, what time we get up, how many calories we eat, how much we weigh. Oh, I'm just over it. I just wish it could be simple. So, and it's all a big link, because when you're worrying about numbers, and I don't know how to say this, I'm just saying it in the way that I feel comes out. Sorry, someone might explain it better. It's all a big circle and linked. So how many calories I eat is based on the type of food I eat and the costing I'm spending, which is numbers. It's all numbers. So, for example, if I buy a Mars bar, I don't have one here, but if I buy a Mars bar for $1 on special, that's $1. Yes, I'm excited because I've saved money. But then, oh crap, that's how many calories. That's going to make me feel good for a little bit. But then, it's a vicious cycle, because then, I'm not saying everyone, but this is just in my circumstance, I get triggered by, okay, oh crap, that many calories. For so long you can do it and just go, $1, no problem, have it, move on. But then there becomes a point in your life where you go, oh, that was so good. But then you look at the label, which is all numbers. Oh crap, this many calories, this much sugar, blah, 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 blah. When you're wondering why other things in your life are changing, because when situations in your life change, like incidences, like job loss, family death, whatever it may be, you get married, anything, you know, you want to celebrate or you want to comfort yourself because of the situation, too much free time even. And then you, rather than looking for other things to do, you turn to this food, and then it becomes an issue eventually. So now I'm in this cycle where I'm trying to be more cautious with the numbers in everything. And unfortunately, this is going to be the rest of the year. So we are going to be cutting down on the time we go to bed, numbers, and less work, because I'm unfortunately in the wrong sort of jobs, but that's life. So cut down on the numbers for the time I go to bed and the time I wake. We are trying to cut down on the amount of sugar and calories we are having. I know the costing of things are going up, so too bad. That's just going to have to happen, and I'm going to have to just live it, you know? And I'm going to have to stop stressing about, you got to be here at this time, you got to be there at that time, you got to do this and this, this, and this, and this. It just does my head in. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. I do not want to feel the crush of numbers any longer. And you know what? Once I start to let numbers not control me, and I start to be excited about what numbers can do. For example, because we still got to live with numbers. There's still 24 hours a day on a clock. And stuff like that. The costing of stuff's still there, you know, and that's numbers. So we still got to deal with some things. Then, you know what will happen? Once I get this number thing under control, my mindset will be better. My routine will be better. My life will be better. I will drop weight, I believe. And this is not just some secret thing. It's about numbers, because I'll be weighing out my food, the better quality food, because I'm spending a bit more on the quality food in less quantity, numbers, and taking away the bad food in quantity, numbers, because I know when I eat the bad food, like I did on the weekend, I feel like putrid after, in polite terms. Rancid, whatever the word is, bad, but extreme, because it's like, ooh, you really wanted this. Yum, that's so nice. And then after, it's like, I did not even want that. 99.9% of the time. So I have to retrain my thinking by getting the numbers right on the scales, the exercise, and the sleep, and the other things like water, steps, which is a number that it tracks on my phone, all those sort of things. I need to get those numbers right and focus on the good numbers rather than the bad. Okay? We can't get rid of numbers no matter what we want to do. So we have to deal with them, and it's just how we use the numbers that is the main thing and the most important thing, because it's a whole vicious cycle. I don't want to go back to how I've been in the last 24 to 48 months, down, depressed, all over the place, weight going up and I want to strip off some layers here, not just weight, but layers, my mindset, the way I'm acting, the activity that I do, reduce the numbers on some things, and feel 1,000 times better. We can all do it if we don't let numbers control ourselves. So that's pretty much my talk today, because I was thinking a lot about this and a lot over the years, or the last few months and year. Numbers. So pretty much, if you're stuck, watch this video and think about your numbers and how important they are to you. Have a good day. Bye.